On my workbench, mostly taken apart, I have the Philips Stereo D6920. This is quite an impressively featured portable cassette recorder. Got a pitch control, stereo sound recording, of course, 3 motors, 3 heads. Now the third head is not for monitoring. It's to record a separate control track onto the cassette for the audio-visual functionalities. Got some VU meters. Really quite a nice unit. However, I will have to strongly advise not to get one of these. Here is the mechanism taken out. There is the capstan motor. Another wonderful example for the mostly plastic mechanisms that Philips liked to produce. It's not as bad as it looks, though. As you can see, the flywheel does have a metal component to it. There is a control motor down there in the corner to control the mechanism. There is the mode selector switch buried down in there. You can see it's all exposed. That's not good. And then there is the motor that drives the take-up and supply reels in fast forward, rewind, and playback. And that's where the problem is. As you can see, the motor is mounted sideways, and there is this worm gear, which is quite interesting. Haven't seen that before. And now to transfer motion to the reels, there is a gear assembly, and that's where the problem lies. Here is the gear assembly, and these gears are, well, this is what River, formerly known as AG3304 here on YouTube, refers to as the red Leicester cheese gears. And indeed, these gears are made from a very soft material. This sandwich gear, the upper gear transfers the motion coming from the worm gear, and that's where the problem is. As you can see, half of the teeth are missing. They're just gone. And, I don't know, look at that. No effort at all. Another tooth is gone. Let's see. Look at that. I can shave off these gears with my fingernail. That's ridiculous. So, anyway, finding a replacement for this gear is going to be pretty much impossible. And yes, we are probably going to have the self-declared experts on anything going crazy in the comments about how I should 3D print a replacement. Well, I don't have a 3D printer. Now, I might be able to gain access to one, but you'd always have to fabricate a 3D model of what you want to print, and I have no clue how to do that. So, that's the end for this Philips Stereo D6920 cassette recorder. Now, Philips made a Mark II version with slightly changed features and slightly changed cosmetics. It's black in color. It would be interesting to find out if they used the same gear in that recorder as well, in that version. I'm now taking the cassette recorder apart. This is a better look at the front of the mechanism. This is, of course, the worm gear up there, and this is where the gear assembly sat. Turns out the heads are quite worn, so it's not too much of a terrible thing that this doesn't work anymore. And look at this speaker. That's a plastic speaker for you, made by Philips themselves. That's all plastic except for the magnet.